contemplate the deeper mysteries of the cosmos. And one of the things I've been thinking about recently is why don't we button that bottom button of our jackets? Well, I did a little bit of research on this website I found called Googly, and I'll tell you what I found. So everyone's heard that rule before, right? Sometimes, always, never. It means on a 3-button jacket, you can sometimes button the top button, always button the middle button, but never button the bottom button. And with a 2-button jacket, if you want to button the jacket, it's just the top one, never the bottom again. So there's actually some different conflicting ideas of where this tradition came from. There's two main ones. The first one's kind of interesting. They say that Edward VII, the King of England, this was back in the turn of the 20th century, that he was more of a ton fellow, really liked clothing, and legend has it that because his clothing was pretty tight, in order to be more comfortable, he would unbutton that bottom button on his jacket and his vest to give himself a little bit more room. However, that doesn't quite hold water because there's pictures of people doing that sort of thing decades before him, and he was pretty wealthy, so he could always just have his tailor give him a little bit more room if he wanted to. The second theory that I think makes more sense, less interesting, but probably makes more sense, is that it actually more came about for guys when they were riding horses or riding with a jacket on. By keeping the bottom button unbuttoned, it kept the jacket from kind of riding up while they had it on. Same thing with the vest, give it a little more room there at the bottom. Either way, that's become so mainstream nowadays that jackets are really constructed to not be buttoned at the bottom one. So now you know, if you see somebody walking around with their jacket buttoned at the bottom, you can kindly point them out that they are not doing it properly.